Hello, hello. Let's do this. Welcome, everybody. My name is Austin Hamilton, also known as the Porn Coach. It's good to see you. It is Thursday, October 10th. We are here. Faith Duncan, hello. Hey, he gave me permission to talk to you about it on here, but what a wonderful guy he is. Pleasure getting to know him. Good to see you all. I posted a video today. I'll mention it again later. Hey, JD Vance. Am I weird? Am I weird? Are you calling me weird? Yes, porn is cheating, they say. He said, hey, what's up, bro? What is up? Good to see you, man. All right. Porn is cheating. Changed my mind. Is porn cheating? I posted a video today, and it went just like this. I said, what did I say in my video? Hold on. I said, I said masturbating while watching strangers have sex on the internet is not normal. I don't know why that video didn't go viral. Why? Like, help me understand. I feel like that video should have billions of views right now, but it doesn't. It has like 100. But that's all right, Austin. It's not about views. It's about impact. It's about lives changed. That's it. That's the video. Wasn't that good, though? Wasn't that good? I thought it was hilarious. What more do I need to say? Do I think it's cheating, Lovely? I think that if you're in a committed monogamous relationship and you've said something like, I love you, only you, mind, body, and soul, till death do us part, and if you deviate from that using a person on a screen or otherwise, I think that is going against the agreement. Hold on a sec. There's a child in here. Hey, buddy. Go back to bed, please. What's up? You need water? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Go back to bed, buddy. Love you. Children. All right. Only if she's frigid. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does it mean if a woman is frigid? Currently on distance from my partner because I stupidly looked at his IG and who he followed. Why was that stupid? Depends, doing it together or apart. It's simple. Why would that be stupid that you looked at his IG and saw who he follows? Yeah, but now you know the truth. What's up, Square Root Pancakes?
Hey.
What's going on?
Good. I chatted with you a couple days ago, but I had a question because we had this little back and forth of what porn really is. But my question is, how do you deal with movies that have sex scenes that are rated R? Do you just completely remove yourself from the theater or the situation? But how do you see like sex scenes in just common day media that I guess kind of fall in lines with your definition of actual XXX porn?
Yeah, good question. So, porn, as defined by erotic imagery, usually depicting an organ or multiple organs of a person with the erotic intent to arouse. The key there is the erotic intent to arouse. I say typical sex scene in a movie would not meet the last part of that criteria, the erotic intent to arouse, right? At some form, it's art, right? Now, here's the question: Is Game of Thrones porn?
Uh, it almost hits that line.
I think it
I've seen
clearly
it.
has an erotic intent to arouse, right?
Oh, okay,
In my opinion,
interesting.
right?
Yeah.
Does your average sex scene in a movie fit that criteria? I don't think so,
Hmm.
right? But here's the thing: is there's not a clear line to answer your question, right? There's actually a landmark Supreme Court case back in the '60s that decided this basically: what is porn, what isn't porn, and the judge said,
Yeah.
"I don't know exactly when it begins, but I know it when I see it."
Yeah, but that's tough to argue. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
like,
different from every case.
well, sure, it can be, right? But
Yeah, it's like I don't
there,
pursue watching Game of Thrones for the
mhm,
sex, but it is kind of just shoved right in front of you amidst a good storyline and plot. Where
mhm,
porn is something that you're actively pursuing, or at least I am to have a certain pleasure or feeling.
yeah, yeah.
Now,
So I
do I
mean,
feel? Yeah, sorry.
the question is it, is it going to be healthy for you to use or not, right?
Yeah, and our discussion sparked a conversation I had with my partner of like, hey, do you feel like I'm cheating on you uh, when I'm watching porn? And he was like, not at all.
Hmm.
Um, like, do you feel like I'm cheating on you? And I'm like, no, I don't. I feel like what was the main dilemma is when we talked about if you were soliciting yourself or putting yourself out, sending pictures to someone else. I'd feel like, yeah, we're kind of crossing that line. Is it cheating? Probably not. But is there an intent that it's leading to somewhere to like sex?
Hmm.
Yeah, I'd be concerned.
Well, and that's
But
where you have to look at what's the intent behind it, right? Because in essence, when you're going and looking at porn, I'm speaking generally, right? When a person goes and looks at porn, you are soliciting those. You're going and requesting images from people on the internet. That's what you're doing,
yeah,
right? It's really no. I mean, this might be a stretch, but it's no different than going to people and being, "Hey, can I have a picture of you naked? Hey, can I have a video of you having sex?" The internet just makes the process really easy.
okay, interesting. Uh, no, I appreciate your insight. It is unraveling or it is opening up a conversation between me and my partner.
Yeah.
I feel again we still have differences, but we he brought up that thought like, do you feel like I'm cheating when like we're watching a movie and there's a sex scene? I'm like, no, that's actually interesting, but
Hmm.
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I think
so
the movie one, I think that's different. You get into a very nuanced discussion there, right?
yeah,
Because again, typically I always reference Top Gun, right? The sex scenes in there. That's not porn. It's not porn,
no,
right?
I, I'd agree on that.
Yeah. Game of Thrones, porn, right? Like
Uh,
I mean I barely watch Game of Thrones, and this is when I was still hiding my porn and infidelities. Like I watched Game of Thrones and I didn't feel comfortable watching. I'm like, why am I watching this? This is worse than some porn I've seen.
yeah,
So I mean, at this point in my life, I'd be like, nope, unsubscribe, turn it off.
sure. Yeah.
But
Uh, yeah, I mean, it kind of goes with like if I were to watch it with my niece and nephew, I would be like, no, we're not watching this. Like, yeah, there's morals that I have when it comes to the content
yeah,
kids are watching.
here's a good. That's actually a good point. Like, if one of those scenes from Game of Thrones comes on, it's going to be turn it off, kids leave the room,
Yeah,
right? If a sex scene from Top Gun Maverick comes on, it's going to be, hey kids, close your eyes and cover your ears.
sure.
You know what I mean? Like you're not going to be like, oh my gosh, get away immediately, right? I mean,
Yeah.
maybe some people would, but you see the point I'm making.
No, I do. Um,
Yeah.
well, hey, that's all I wanted to kind of chime in with, but thanks
Yeah,
for
man.
having me on. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Good chat, man. Yeah, see you. All right. Hey, I need everybody to I need this. I don't understand why my last video didn't go viral. Now I sound like I'm shilling for views. The one 2 videos ago, it's like 7 seconds long. Will everybody go like that video? It says masturbating to strangers on a screen is not normal. I'm just kidding, kind of. I don't know. All right. I thought it was hilarious. Reassurance things for other people. Done. Thank you, Danielle. And if you guys do, it actually does help the algorithm. Like my videos. What I've noticed on Instagram is when there's like 10 to 20% likes on a video, they tend to perform way better. Hey, Cardo, what's going on? Oh, that was an accident. Host, what made you change? I'll get to that in a second. Fun and feisty. Hi there.
Hi.
What's going on?
So, what was your video that you wanted us to like?
Oh, all of them. No, I posted one earlier today, and I said masturbating while watching strangers have sex on a screen is not normal. And I feel like that video should have like 10 million views by now, but it only has 100.
Wait, were you being sarcastic?
Kind of, yeah.
No.
Is porn cheating? That's the question.
No.
No. Okay. Tell me more.
I don't think so.
Okay. Why is that?
I mean, does it make me jealous if my partner is doing that to get off rather than asking me to or like initiating sex with me? Yeah. Yeah. Kind of makes me sad. But I don't think it's cheating.
Okay. Do you say your husband? Are you married?
No, I have a partner.
Okay. Okay. So you're dating somebody?
So I used to be a webcam model, and I met him on the site that I worked on. So this is why I am not easily jealous, because like that's kind of what that site was all about. So
Got it. So you used to sell your body on the internet?
no, I was a dominatrix.
Did you do it for free?
I was a dominatrix.
Did you do it for free, or did you do it for money?
It was a site that people had to pay.
Okay, so you received payment in exchange for pictures or videos of your body?
Nope.
No. Okay. All right, what were you selling then?
What is your point with this?
I'm just, you came on here. And the question is porn cheating?
I know,
so I'm just asking
but
questions.
like,
And then you
asked
offered
me
that.
if porn cheating, and then it turned into something about me. This is not about me.
What's it about then? This is
You
called a
tell
conversation.
me. It's your topic. It's your show.
Okay. Yes. You come on here and then I ask questions, you answer, you can ask questions, I can answer. It's called a conversation. Do you want to have it or not?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you offered up that you were a cam girl, and I asked you if you sold
I don't want
your
to talk
body.
about it anymore, actually.
Okay. All right. See you later. Thanks for chatting. Who's next? Skipper, hey, what's going on?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Hey,
How are you?
yeah, I was just swiping through. I seen.
And now you're talking about porn on the internet.
No, it was funny. Me and my group, we were just actually all talking about it. My buddy was asking me, like, like my wife is asking about this. I fully think it is. You're looking at another person that you know what I mean. You're finding attractive, so I think it's cheating.
You think it's cheating? Okay. Do you watch porn?
No, absolutely not.
Good for you, man. How old are you?
I'm 19.
19. Did you ever watch porn?
No.
Really?
Yep.
Like you've
very
never seen
surprising,
it?
but no. My buddies have like all like pulled it up and everything, but no, not like actually sat down. I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch this. No, I don't see a
Yeah.
point in it.
Yeah. I mean, you're not the first person, but it's pretty uncommon, especially at your age. All right. How did you make it to 19 without watching porn?
God.
Okay.
I put faith in God. I walk with God, and I don't know. The temptation is just not worth it.
Can we find him on Amazon? Well, God, and tell me about your family growing up.
Oh, that one I ain't doing.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just curious. Like, did you have a 2-parent household? Did they talk to you about porn or sex or?
Single family.
Okay.
Very bad area, bad people. Let's just start.
Got it. Okay. That's fair. And so you, on your own will, were like, hey, I'm not going to watch porn, or did somebody influence you in that direction?
No, it's kind of on my own. A lot of people my age, you know what I mean, always have the temptation, always want to go have hookups, always want to go out, do this, do that. No, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, good for you, man. Good for you. That's awesome.
Thank you. How about you? What's kind of your view on it?
Yeah, well, I did not make it to 19 without seeing porn. I'm 39 years old. I found porn around 11, 12 years old. I was hooked on it for about 20 years. Even when I was married, I have been married to the same woman for 13 years. I watched porn, which also escalated into physical cheating in my marriage. And fortunately, we've been able to restore our marriage back to something that's beautiful. It's a beautiful mess, I like to call it. It's not we're not perfect, but we've been able to restore our marriage, and I've done the healing work, some healing work, to not watch porn anymore, not have affairs, and it's been 7 years, and here we are. So no, I live to tell the tale, and I try to help people do the same, because porn will ruin your life, in my experience.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to read a lot. I like building. So I did a lot of research on it and everything, just because I was curious about it. It actually rewires, young people's brains and everything. And you know what I mean? They view women a lot differently, especially as guys growing up. You don't look at it as a woman as a loving, you look at them as an object. And that is also another reason why I've always stepped away from it.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I feel like you're trolling me, like in the opposite direction. Like, there's no way this kid's 19.
No, I absolutely am. I'm born in 2005.
Yeah, I got you, man. This is what a non-porn addicted brain looks like, people. An intelligent young man who's got a great head on his shoulders.
I appreciate that a lot. I actually a lot.
Yeah, man. What do you do?
So I'm an entrepreneur. I own my own credit business. I build people's credits and repair people's credits. I also do future trading. So I trade stocks and everything like that. I'm just getting into wholesaling precious metals to different countries.
Oh, I love it. There's no time to watch
it's
porn.
A lot, I know.
Well, yeah, there's no time to watch porn when you're out there trying to help people and make the world a better place. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. I figured out, I started working at the age of 11, and I figured out, you know what I mean, your best investments are going to be the ones that are for your community. So as long as you invest inside your community, and I'm actually in the process of building a small community of homes, tiny homes, if you know what they actually are, and Section 8ing them for, low-income housing and everything. So first, it builds my wealth, but it also helps out my community.
Yeah, for sure. Where do you live? What state?
Washington State.
Okay.
I'm
Cool,
moving
man.
to Vegas here in the next couple months. I just
Uh-oh.
enlisted
Uh-oh.
just to be.
Careful. All downhill from there. Going to Vegas. Just kidding.
Yes, don't get me wrong. I have absolutely sinned, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
No, I got you. I got you. You said you're enlisting?
yeah, I actually did. I just sworn in today, inside of reserves.
Okay. Cool, man. That's awesome. So not only all the other stuff, he's also joined in the military.
Yes, I always said I was going to, but since in my head, I get told by a lot of people, I am kind of successful for my age, and so I was like, I always said I would, so let me, do it part time, once a month, type of
Hmm.
thing. So at least I'm still doing good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Cool. Well, hey, you're 19 years old, so if you have you've done your homework on porn and all that, so you can also spread the good word amongst your peers and educate them, teach them about how porn ruins their brain, rewires their brain.
Yeah, I'm actually
So,
I'm actually going on my first podcast. I believe next week.
uh-huh.
I
Of course you are.
I'm trying to build my social media. Yes. I'm actually trying to build my social media up, kind of as an influencer, talk about mental health and everything like that, because it is a very big problem, especially with nowadays with social media.
Yeah.
I hate social media, and the only reason why I have it is because I make money off of it.
Yeah.
But I want to use that platform as kind of a motivation for younger people, my age.
What platform are you on that I should follow you?
TikTok and Instagram is my two
This
biggest
this
that I
profile?
use. Snapchat is, yeah, this is my
Yeah.
main.
All right, I'll follow you.
I appreciate it. I'll
Yeah.
give you a follow too.
All right, man. Cool. All right, bro. Well, hey, thanks for sharing. And to anybody out there who's like, oh, it's impossible for people to not watch porn, here's another person who doesn't watch porn and never has. It's possible.
Yes, no. Congratulations with your what's the word? Your wife and everything. And I hope you the best and God bless you.
Thanks, man. Yep. See you, man. Bye-bye.
Alrighty, have a good one.
You too. See that, people? See that? How did the algorithm take me to this live? Well, I'll tell you how. Somebody's watching porn. Shane Sloan, what's up?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Not much. How you doing?
Doing good, how are you?
I'm doing good. What's up? Is porn cheating?
I think it is, yes, and I think it's also a gateway to physical activity as well. But yes, I would
Okay.
consider it cheating.
Okay. Do you watch porn?
I have in the past, but not anymore.
Not anymore. Nice. Let's go.
That's what's up, bro. I'm proud of you. It takes some balls to get on a platform and kind of tell your story and stand up for your beliefs and what's right.
Yeah, thanks, man. Well, it's hard at first, but it gets easier. So, all right. How old are you?
26.
26. Okay. And when did you come to the realization that porn wasn't serving you anymore and you wanted to stop?
It's been years, honestly, but I just, it wasn't really, I wouldn't say definitely, an addiction, but just something that I felt was definitely not a good thing to be bringing into my life.
Mm-hmm. And what brought you to that conclusion?
My relationship with God and my marriage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you're married?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been married?
I got married this February.
Oh, cool. So, did your wife or girlfriend or fiance at the time, what's up, that kid? And Angela. Did your wife or girlfriend or fiance know that you watch porn?
In the past, yeah. I haven't in, my current relationship and marriage, but she knew that I had in the past, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Got it. All right. Who else in your life knows that it was an issue for you, or is an issue?
Nobody really, I don't think.
Nobody. Okay. And how long has it been since you stopped? You said years.
Yeah, it's been I don't know how many years now.
Mm-hmm. Well, good, man. Good. What's different about your life without porn?
It's tough to controverse in a relationship sense because, like, you know, when I did, I was single. But I think it helps in so many ways. But one of the biggest things, especially in a relationship, is one, you know, I consider it an act of cheating or an act of adultery, but you value the person that you're with so much more. And, you know, in the realistic form of the person that you love and have fallen in love with versus fiction and lust over someone else.
Beautiful, man. You value the people or the person so much more when there's no porn, when you're not poisoning it with fake sex.
Like the previous dude said, I think it sets a very, very, very bad example and unrealistic expectation for people growing up that haven't been in a relationship. And if you start on that at a young age and you grow an addiction to that, then it's definitely gonna put a shade over what the reality of relationships and love and, you know, intimacy and all that. It's gonna gray that for you.
Yeah, totally, man. Well, good for you. I love it. Thanks for sharing.
Not a problem, bro. Thanks for having me on.
All right, you got it, man. See ya. Eric G, you want to chat? How did my wife forgive me? I'm having trouble. Forgiveness is a choice. It's a choice that needs to be exercised often, excuse me. It's hard to forgive. You also have to know what you're dealing with. Do you know what you're dealing with your partner? When I'm not in bed, LMAO, it's 1 a.m. Well, get up, man. We'll chat. All right. Should I do the panel thing and make people turn their cameras on? I guess not make people. Request that people turn their cameras on. Maybe I will later. It is fun. It's different. All right, let's get a woman on here.
Hey.
Hey there, what's going on? Samantha,
How are you?
I'm not going to do it yet. I'll do it later. I typically like to do it when I'm winding down, so I'll bring you on, Samantha. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm still good. Yeah.
It's late. We're in.
All right. Is porn cheating?
I don't think porn is cheating unless your partner has an issue with you watching it.
Okay. Are you in a relationship?
Not right now, no, but I was in one for 15 years and we watched porn together. I didn't have a problem with him watching porn.
Why'd you get divorced?
I think we grew apart. We got together, so we were so young when we got together, and we just kind of grew apart.
Okay. All right. Okay. How often did you guys watch porn together?
I wasn't big on porn, but if he asked me to watch with him, I would watch with him. I don't know, a lot. Probably a lot compared to what other people.
Do you think
maybe
the porn,
like twice a week?
Do you think the porn helped you guys grow closer in your relationship, or do you think it wedged you guys further apart?
I think maybe I don't think it made us grow further apart. Like we would watch it and try different shit. I don't know. I wasn't bothered by the porn though.
Okay. All right. When you're in a relationship, do you have can you guys all follow my backup account here, by the way? I need to get it to 1,000. Follow Austin Hamilton, please. When you're in a relationship, do you have an expectation of monogamy?
To a degree, I feel like a man is going to be a man. I really don't feel like there's any faithful men, if I can be honest. I just keep my
We
front
just
door
talked to a
clean.
19-year-old who's never watched porn and is vehemently against it, followed by a 26-year-old with a similar position. So what you just said is false.
I said I feel. I didn't say it
Oh, you
was
said you
100%.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay, I apologize. Okay. Well, based on new evidence, would there be room for you to change your feeling?
No, because I feel like at some point every man is going to cheat.
Okay. So even with evidence that suggests otherwise, you're not willing to change your position?
No, because if given and put in the right position, he would probably fold.
Okay. Okay. All right. Where did you form that belief?
I just believe it because I've been around a lot of men in my life, and I know that if you put them in under enough pressure, they will probably fold. They may feel guilty afterwards, but they'll probably fold under the right pressure.
When's the first time you experienced a man who wasn't faithful?
As far back as I can remember, I don't think that I've ever seen a faithful man.
Your dad?
My dad was not faithful.
Okay.
My uncles were not faithful. My brothers are not faithful.
Okay, so
Men
it
in the
was
church
modeled
are
for
not
you.
faithful. I have seen cheating pastors. I have just seen cheating men.
Okay. So that's what was modeled for you growing up.
Correct. So I just feel like if you put a man under the right pressure, he'll fold. I'm not saying that he's bad if he folds. It doesn't make him a bad man. I mean, we're all flesh and we're all human and we all fall short sometimes. So, yeah.
Do you think it's possible for a man to be faithful?
I don't think it's impossible, but I just haven't seen it.
Okay. All right.
Because women can be faithful. I know faithful women. So, I mean, it's human nature. It has to be something that I want to do. But I feel like under the right pressure, the man will fold. I don't know.
Why do you think that is?
Because it's just human nature. Like, I don't want to be cussing on your platform, but it's human nature. If you put a horny man and a horny woman together, they're bound to have sex. I mean, that's as plain as I can say it.
I got it. I mean, oh.
You disagree?
I see the point you're making. I just think it's interesting that's like you're pretty like black and white on that. It's like no man will be faithful. But here's the thing, like, I mean, and I haven't been faithful, so, take anything I say with a grain of salt. But where's the opportunity for forgiveness, for healing, for restoration, for repentance, right?
There is an
as part of
opportunity
that
for it.
process.
I absolutely feel like that. I'm saying that if you put a man in the right position under the right pressure, he will cheat. So it's up to him to stay out of those positions.
Yeah.
To keep himself faithful, but like I said, if you put a horny man and a horny woman in the same room, it's bound to be some kinky business going on.
Happen. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I think that's the question, right? Is a part of maturing as a man, will say, especially as a married man, it's like, well, how can you protect your marriage and not put yourself in those situations, right? I mean, I would say that's the goal, right?
Absolutely.
So, yeah. All right. Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah. You have a good night.
All right. You too. Bye-bye. Will you guys follow my backup account, please? Austin Hamilton. I need to get it to 1,000. I want to get it to 1,000. All right. Is Eric G going to come on? I see some chitter chatter. Evie, what's up? Evie, can we get an update on your life? Who was Samantha? You wanted to come on. I'll get you next. Thought for sure that account would have 1,000.
What up, boss?
Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, man. Good.
Good. What's up?
So, I don't necessarily think. Let me rephrase that. I think to a certain point, yes, it absolutely is cheating. But as other people have said, it's kind of a thing that you have to establish in your relationship if you're going to be in one, you know. Okay. I have been around the industry, I guess you can say. I had a gal that I really liked, and I didn't really know anything about her. And then I figured out that she was actually like on Pornhub full time, which was crazy to me. Not necessarily saying that it like broke my heart or whatever, but it like kind of messed me up, you know? And I don't know. I mean, we did our stuff, we messed around or whatever, but now that I'm like mature and older, I mean, this was 8 years ago now. I mean,
so when she was on the hub, like you found like she was with other men?
Yeah, like my buddy told me about it. He's like, dude, you don't like know what she used to do, and I'm like, no, and he like showed me the videos, and I was like, good lord.
Got it. So it was before you dated her, she did that, but not when you were with her.
Right.
Got it. Okay. I mean, still obviously.
But I asked her. I was like, let's just be open and honest about stuff, and she definitely did. And I was like, what the frick, you know?
Yeah. So that begs an interesting question, and I'd ask you and the chat. If someone has had an OF or been on sites like the Hub, done that type of content, do you think that should be disclosed?
I think so.
Prior to getting in the relationship.
Yeah, I mean,
think so.
I'm open and honest about everything, and I wish that she would have been too. But
what kind of porn do you watch?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I honestly, to be honest with you, I don't even fucking jack off, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I got a lot of stuff going on personally in my life that was my own stupid choices of doing stuff. I got a DUI and willful reckless driving and some other things. And so I've been worried about that and dealing and stressing over that stuff. And I'm on house arrest for 4 months, so...
You got enough stuff to worry about.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, I think probably the last time I actually watched it was probably 4 or 5 years ago, probably.
Mm-hmm. Good for you.
So, yeah. I don't know. I think that it definitely needs to be established in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But, yeah, it's I don't know. It's kind of a hit or miss, you know? I mean, it obviously didn't work out with your relationship watching it, you know, and that's why you're on here explaining that and coaching people on it, essentially, you know.
Well, we're still together. I mean, it ruined my life. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and honestly, like, giving up the drinking and going out and partying and doing everything, I mean, that's been hard too, but
Yeah, a man without a purpose or vision in life distracts himself with pleasure. Whether that's
Absolutely.
porn, drugs, sex, alcohol. If we're not going anywhere, we're just going to waste our life away, right?
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
wasn't.
saying
It
you're
wasn't
wasting
for
your
the.
life
It
away,
wasn't
but
for the. It wasn't for the porn. It was for the fucking drinking. You know.
yeah, got it. All right, man. Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, you bet.
All right, see you, bro.
See ya.
All right, Samantha, I said I'd bring you on. So you tried to come on the other day, but it was after the...
Hi, can you hear me?
Hey there, yeah, what's going on?
Oh, I'm so excited that I finally got on. I've never heard anybody on your show have like my point of view, and so I'm just so stoked about this.
Great.
So I think it is cheating, and I've never heard anyone say why my thought on it is, and that is because you're still depriving your partner of that interaction when you do that. It doesn't matter the reason. It doesn't matter if, oh, it's because he likes this, or, oh, I live far away, or whatever the case may be. It's simply, regardless of the reason, you're depriving your partner of that. And it's just not, I don't understand how people can be in a relationship and say, oh, well, we'll watch it together, or, you know, blah, 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 because it's watching other people do something. And just growing up in a southern state, you know, I've lived everywhere. I've lived in Oregon. I've lived in Las Vegas. Like, I'm very flexible on my views. So, you know, and that's just something that I'm not flexible on. I'm like, look, like, it's not even an insecurity thing. It's like, why do you want to see someone other than the person that you're with performing that type of act? Another thing is when a man is like watching porn, it's a dopamine releasing activity. And I think the biggest problem is, you know, all dopamine releasing activities are age regulated, like gambling, drinking, you know, all that stuff. And we're now in a time where even electronics and looking at screens is a dopamine releasing activity. And so I think that that's the problem. You know, we saw this 19-year-old kid earlier, like he said he's never watched it. Like, that's really refreshing because I have a 12-year-old son. I'm 30. And that is exactly why I won't let him have electronics, because I'm like, what if he gets on there and he sees that stuff at a really young age, and then, you know, it can derail his whole life. And a man that is not in control enough that he has to watch porn, especially when he has a perfectly beautiful woman that he has chosen to date in his bed right next to him, it gives me the ick, you know? I'm like, dude, you have a perfectly beautiful woman right next to you. It's the real thing. It's the real deal. Why do you need this extra bullcrap that's a production and fake and just disgusting half the time anyways? A man that is not in control enough that he has to watch porn, or he decides to watch porn, that's just not attractive to me. Like, men are supposed to be able to control their emotions, control their impulses, lead the family, like, and I think that's why we have such a broken system. And I'll tell you right now, like, I lost my business due to COVID. I was living in Las Vegas, and I lost my business due to COVID, and I dabbled in it. Don't get me wrong. I was like, oh, like, you know, I didn't do full on, you know, like porn, but I dabbled in like, oh, let me post these pictures without my face, and like I'll make some extra cash to like rebuild my capital and get my business going and blah, 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 and no one will know it's me. And the second that I started doing that, I realized, I'm like, this is an industry that is fueled by women and men that are in desperation. I don't believe for a second that anybody in that industry wants to do that. And that's another thing that makes it like not appealing, is I don't think people think about the people that are performing that. So it just seems crazy to me.
You were posting things without showing your face?
Just pictures and stuff. Yeah. No videos, no crazy stuff. Like, it was just kind of like, oh, here's, you know, skimpy, risque pictures. And what was crazy to me is I was actually making a lot of money, and it didn't make sense to me, because I said, like, they can see the real thing for free on, you know, the hub or whatever. Like, why are they paying to see, you know, pictures? And what I figured out through like my, you know, little I don't even know how to say it, like through my little discovery or whatever, like that I was on doing that, I realized like, oh my gosh, like, you know, it's because a lot of men nowadays, a lot of younger guys, they grew up, you know, with mom and dad both working, public school system, and they don't know how to like go up and talk to a girl. And a lot of men are being raised by single moms from my generation. So they don't know how to lead. They don't know how to be men. They don't know how to go up and like talk to a pretty girl. So a lot of them like that like personalized content that doesn't show a lot, even if they have to pay for it, because they're like, this feels more like a relationship to me that I can't actually have because I'm too scared to like go talk to a girl and, you know, all this stuff. So that led me to the next thing of like, I used to host this thing with all these guys in Las Vegas that were like too scared to come up and talk to a girl. And it led to like a whole awesome group of guys where, you know, I'd be like, hey, let me take you out and I'll be your wing woman. And I like led these guys and taught these guys free of charge how to go and approach women and talk to them instead of them being in these chat rooms and like, because it just leads them down such a bad path. Like you've seen.
Wait, hold on. Tell me about that. How did that happen? You'd be a wing woman for guys? Where did you find them?
Yeah, so I would just, I started on Reddit and I started a forum and I was like, hey, you know, this is what I used to do and I don't have anything to do because it's COVID and everything is shut down. And I was like, I want to be a coach for men that don't know how to approach women as a woman, like give them my perspective. Cause like, I'm not an unattractive woman. Like I wish my camera worked right now, but it just won't let me for some reason. And so I was like, I want to help you. And so what ended up happening is I think I got up to like 475 guys in the Las Vegas area that I mentored, and I would take them out to the casino and I'd be like, do you think this girl's pretty? And they'd be like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, this is what you say, like go up and talk to her. And we would just literally practice. And these guys started learning how to like get the confidence to go talk to them. Like, and I think that, you know, yeah, how
often did those guys come onto you?
None. And I think it's because I was very like aggressive with everything. I was like, this isn't going to go into anything. Like, I'm not going to like, you know, hang out with you outside of this. Like, I was just trying to help. And so I think because I kept it like really professional, you know, like I wear revealing clothing. I didn't wear anything. I just wore a suit. I literally wore a jacket and a skirt that was knee length or longer. And I would just go out and hang out with them. And you know, and it's like, people can say it's hypocritical because they're like, oh, well, you went into the industry. No, I didn't go into the industry. I wasn't actually like showing anything that would be considered porn. I've seen worse on Instagram. Like, let's be honest. So
how much did you charge these guys to do that? Companion.
I didn't charge them anything. I'm just saying, like, from a business standpoint, like, to me, it was business. I didn't make any money off of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it was like a literally an eye-opening thing for me. And I'm like, these guys literally don't know how to talk to girls. They don't have anyone to teach them how to talk to girls. It's not like you can go take a class or like hang out with a guy if you grew up without a dad that's going to take you out and show you like, oh, hey, like, let me go show you how to talk to this pretty girl. So it's like, it was all business for me. It wasn't like a thing where I was like, oh, I'm going to charge you $200 to teach you how to go talk to this girl. This was during COVID. Nobody was making any money. Nobody had anything to do. Everything was closed. So, you know, the stuff that was open, I'm like, hey, there's literally not even going to be that many people out. Everybody's going to be wearing masks. Like, what have you got to lose? Like, let's go do something. Let's go, whatever. And honestly, like, it worked out fine. Like, and then after COVID, like after everything opened, that's kind of when we got the momentum to like pick things up and get like, you know, several groups of guys together. But the main takeaway from it was those guys learned how to talk to other like females that were not me, and they made friends with each other. Like, some of them were like, oh, this is really cool because like I don't even have any friends that are guys.
Yeah.
So,
all right, well, that's fascinating. Gosh, we just went through the whole journey. Thanks for sharing. What else do you want to share?
That's it. I just thought it was, you know, I just wanted to share my standpoint on it because, like I said, like, it took me from going to like, oh, I'm gonna dabble in this, to like, I just kind of like started understanding why, you know, people were doing it. Like it gave me perspective from why people are doing it, as in like for money reasons and things like that on the performer side of it. And then it also gave me perspective of why people, you know, on the other side of it are paying for it. And, you know, like I said, it was just it was just something that I, you know, thought was interesting, because I would never go back to that again. And like, it just helps me understand more that like, even if it's pictures, even if it's videos, even if it's two people, even if it's one person, like it is cheating because you're depriving your partner of that. And even if you're single, you're contributing to that. So.
Yeah, got it. Well, and you know, there's a quote that comes to mind from Viktor Frankl: "No man should judge unless he asks himself in absolute honesty whether in a similar situation he might not have done the same thing." And, you know, I think people do things that other people can think are weird, or like, why are you doing this? But who are we to judge? We probably do the same thing if we're in that situation. So thanks for sharing, Sam.
Thanks. All
right, bye-bye. Can you guys follow my backup account, please? Austin Hamilton, right here, that guy. Faith, did you actually want to come on here? Did you request on purpose? I'm bringing you on. Oh, it was an accident. It was an accident. All right. That kid. Where is he? He's in the other room. All right. Well, he'll be back. All right. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. What's going on? Is porn cheating?
No, I was just listening to her. Yeah, it just sounded like a half stepper to me. I've seen a lot of ladies like that when I was younger, you know? They were the in-betweens. They wanted to be an escort, but they couldn't go all the way, you know? I met a lot when I was younger.
All right. Is porn cheating?
Yes.
Okay. Do you watch porn?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Okay.
Something happened to me years ago, and I just stopped, you know? I don't know what it is, but I have no... I can't do it anymore, never. Yeah. When I was 16 through 20, maybe, I was addicted to sex and being with a different woman every night, you know? I think because I was using back then. Now that I'm sober and I'm a family man, you know, I believe it's cheating. If you lust for another woman, it's cheating.
Are you married?
No. I have a girlfriend. I have a fiance. Not married. I was married. I'm divorced.
How long has it been since you stopped watching porn?
I think this was after I got divorced. I stopped watching porn. During my marriage, I was just addicted to meeting a lot of women constantly. That was my motive. I had to be with a different woman, and then I would move on. So that's what my problem was. I was addicted to just the new experience, the chase, you know?
How many other women were you with while you were married?
Not many. I was married for 6 years. I was only with maybe 2 or 3 women, but I was constantly exploring. That was my problem. I was constantly on the internet, basically, you know, prospecting. That was my thing. That's what I got addicted to, prospecting. That's what it was. You know, the porn led to prospecting, and it became an addiction, you know, and I couldn't stop it, you know. So even when I was with a beautiful woman, I had to go run off and be with another woman. It was terrible. So, you know, that's why I think it's bad, you know. I mean, if you're younger and you want to explore, it's fine. But once you find somebody you love, I don't think you should be watching porn, you know.
Yeah, totally, man. How old are you?
I'm 44.
Okay. All right.
Thank
you. Did you what did you do to change or to overcome that, to work through it?
Honestly, I didn't do anything. I just got older. Just my views changed in life, you know? My priorities changed in life, you know? I think because I was younger, I just didn't care, you know? And now I have something to live for, so I don't even look at another woman. I don't have to do anything like that, you know? I'm saved for some reason. I don't know how, you know? I guess I just burned it out, you know? I did so much that I got burned out of it, you know? I can't really say, you know? Maybe because I was just, at the time I was using drugs and now I'm not. Could be that.
Is there
drugs can lead to
a
it,
faith
you know?
component to your story?
Yeah, there is, you know? I mean, I'm a family man now, you know? Yeah, you know, I've changed my ways, you know? I look at the world differently now, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, I guess when you're younger, it's different. You can't, you know, it's hard to convince yourself that. But when you get older, you have to have a purpose, you know? And just doing that, I don't think it got me anywhere, you know?
Yeah.
I just got tired of it. I don't know. I just got tired of it, you know? It's just something that it's like a switch and it just went off, you know? And that was it. And I just was done, you know?
Yeah.
I don't
A man without a purpose
know
or
nothing,
vision
you know?
distracts himself with pleasure, and you found a purpose and vision. Something.
Yeah, I found a purpose. Yeah, I did. You know, and I don't want to disappoint my loved ones. You know, I have a reason to live now. You know, for my loved ones, my family, my girlfriend, my new girlfriend. You know, I'm just a different person. You know, I have goals in life now. Before it was just a one night stand. You know, I was Mr. One Night Stand. You know.
Yeah, we know.
I got off on that, you know. You get addicted to that. You start liking that, and then it becomes a habit, you know. That you can't help yourself. You could be with a beautiful woman, and I would sneak off into the bathroom and message another girl and tell her I was coming. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy what I've done, man. You know. It's just, and then I just realized, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? You know, like why am I? Is it insecurities? What is it? What is it? You know, I thought, you know, I evaluated myself. I couldn't figure it out for a while, you know. I couldn't figure it out, you know.
I know.
Yeah, it's not easy. There's no solution, honestly. It's just, there's no real solution. If I tell you there's a solution, I'd be lying, you know.
I know. Yeah. Hey, man, can I ask you a question? This might sound weird.
Go ahead.
Are you aware that you say the phrase "you know" a lot? Has anybody ever told you that?
No.
All right, no problem. Just curious. All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting. Appreciate you being here and sharing. Yeah. All right. Good luck with your marriage.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Man.
Have a good day. Have a good night.
All right. You too. Bye. Just so you should know. All right. I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. You know. All right. That was fast, yeah. The difference between a court-addicted man and a non-court-addicted man is night and day. When is he coming back, All right. I feel a little bit bad. I'm sorry, man. The chat was going nuts. Somebody asked if I'm giving advice or just listening. Usually I listen and ask good questions. Or I ask questions. I don't really give advice. If you want advice, you can come on here and we'll have the chat give you advice. Who asked that? Who asked me that? I don't know. All right. That kid, did you want to come on here? Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
What's up, man? Yeah, I hear you,
All right, good. Yeah,
What's up?
So I wanted to share a quote from a book, none other than The Betrayal Bind. Good book. Y'all should get it.
Good book. Such a good book. The best book ever. Read the quote.
You should really get like a creator code. So anytime someone they sell a book and someone uses your code, you get like a percentage. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Well, the links on my resources page are affiliate links. So I've made like $1 in the last year that I've been telling people to buy books.
The name of the book is The Betrayal Bind. So
what's the quote? I got this whole book.
The
highlighted.
quote is, and this is about cheating. It kind of helps define cheating. So cheating is about violating
what page?
the emotional
I want to follow
and the
along.
sexual.
I want to follow along.
Okay, that's page. What page is it? It's in the beginning. It's in chapter 1.
Do you not have the book in front of you?
Yeah, I had it on Spotify.
Oh, got it. Okay. All right. So what's the quote? Hey, Carrie.
So cheating is about violating the emotional and sexual agreements that create safety and trust within a relationship, regardless of its form.
Yep. There you go. It's a good one.
So,
I should make a video about that.
Absolutely. I see a lot of people commenting like maybe they're like confused about what their boundaries are, or I don't know. I think that's a good definition for cheating. I don't think it really matters what really it is. If your partner doesn't like it, you should want to respect your partner. If you care about somebody, you want to respect them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like ultimately, if you can't, you should respect the person enough to leave them by not causing them that additional harm, in my opinion. If you really cannot do it, let them know. Either work something out or, don't put them through that pain.
Yeah, just be honest and then decide what you want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My wife's riding the scooter in the house.
Nice. What's up, California Mary? What else, man? Anything else you want to share?
Not any quotes. I did want to share the first time I joined your live. It was hilarious. I can't stop thinking about this. It was hilarious. So there was a bug on my ceiling, and I was telling my story, and I hit the ceiling so hard with my fist. It was a huge wham! And then people in the comments were like, "Oh my God, what's all that noise?" And then I just kept going on like nothing happened.
Was your camera on?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, nice. All right, man. Well, thanks for sharing. That's a great quote. Appreciate that.
Yep. You have a good night.
All right, you too. Later, bro. All right. Like and share, people. Like and share. 13,000 likes. Who's next? Who wants to come on next? Whoever annoys me the most and begs, I'll let them on. Going off script here. I hate when people beg, but I'm asking you to beg now because choosing is so hard. Okay, Nobody wants to. Okay. Great. You want me to do a panel? You can annoy me. There's something you said earlier that got me wanting answers. What's that, Nunya? You want to come on and chat? All right, great. Let's chat. Like popcorn reading in class makes me nervous. Well, that means you're next. What's going on? Hello. Lex the sexologist. Certified sexologist. Get on here, Lex. You want a request? Let's chat. Go ahead and request. I want to talk to a certified sexologist. User 574, what happened? Yeah, there's a bunch requesting. Lex this. Okay, here we go. Hey there, what's going on?
How's it going?
I'm doing good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. I literally just scrolled across your page, so I am not too well versed on exactly the direction of this conversation, but I think it's very interesting.
Okay. Well, I asked the question, is porn cheating? And then we go from there. So what do you think? Is porn cheating?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I say yes if it is a replacement of your partner. If it's something that you partake in instead of going to your partner. I say no if it's something like a fantasy, you know, something that's unobtainable when it comes to what you're looking at, what you know, like something that like a quickie, you know, like something where you can't, you know, get it in at that time. I think being honest about it though with your partner makes it, you know, not cheating, respecting the boundaries, right? A conversation around that with your partner.
Okay. What do you do? Tell me about what a sexologist is.
I am a certified sexologist through the American Board of Sexology. I went to school for 2 years to get my certification. I am a pleasure and intimacy coach. I coach couples, singles, individuals, corn stars. I'll say it that way. I've been on a few sets. I've talked to a lot of physicians, read a lot of studies around the topic, teach courses on all things pleasure.
You know this book?
I've been on a few podcasts. Say it again?
You know this book?
I don't know that book.
Oh, I just got it. It's right up your alley.
Who's it by?
Alex Katahakis.
Okay.
All right. How did you get into that?
Honestly, I pursued this path after my divorce. It was something I really was interested in. I actually mentioned it during my marriage. But I never was allotted the time to explore it until my divorce. So I started going to school, taking classes here and there. It's not something that the government pays for financial aid. I worked 2 full-time jobs to get me through school to obtain this certification. Flew to Mexico to do my practicum because some of the things you practice, some of the things you study, it's not here in the States. You can't really, you know, do all the hands-on stuff.
What does that mean?
Some things, some practices, you're not, some states it's not legal as far as like, let's say, tantra. I didn't have my business set up at the time, and touching clients and things like that. When you're doing that segment of work, learning skills and behaviors and all that is considered paying for that, when you touch a body.
And with what intent?
Well, it would have to fall under a religious practice in order for it to be legal in certain states. I answered the question, "You don't know me," as the first part of when I got up here. About is corn cheating?
Yeah, forget the comments.
Um,
So I don't understand. I can go pay $169 and get my American Board of Sexology certification. I don't
but it has
understand.
to be from one of the schools that they have listed on their site. They have to vet and say what it is you studied and how.
Well, I'm
you
on
obtained your
American Board of Sexology.org, and it says I just buy this thing and then I'm certified.
No, well, you could pay, but the doctor who's on the board has to review your information that you submit, and they have
They'll
to
look
say,
at my
yeah.
TikTok and they'll be like, "Yeah, this guy's certified."
I doubt it, but okay.
Okay. All right. So $169, somebody has a conversation with you and then you're certified?
No, you go to school. Like you have to have a certain amount of hours of studying and practice.
How much does the school cost?
The school I attended, each quarter was $5,000.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, and then how do you put that into
And there's
practice?
also prereqs for some institutions. There are prerequisites that you have to take.
Okay. Maybe I'm on like a scam website or something like that. Is this legit? American Board of Sexology.org?
Do you see ABS with the circle blue?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the PBS logo.
Yeah, but it's ABS.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he's...
Okay. So, all right, so you what do you do in practice now?
Right now I teach courses, I coach clients, I have a community on my Patreon, and also right now I'm doing one on my what's this app called? The Telegram. A community right now is the one community I have is with women, helping them come into their sexuality, be more comfortable discussing things, stuff like that. I also have a lifestyle community where it's the alternative lifestyle of all things sex, people that are into different things, swinging, things like that, parties, all that kind of jazz.
Interesting. Well, that's fascinating. Learn something new every day.
Yeah, I love it. It's my passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, thanks for sharing.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Courageous Pamela. User 439. Hey, you're welcome. All right, should we do a panel? I'll get myself off here. My backup account, that is. Panel! We'll do a non-camera panel for a little bit, and then we'll do a camera panel. My husband used my credit card and got it blocked for trying to pay for an OF of a girl we knew. Oh, ex-husband. Oh, it's you, Evie. Yeah, that's a bummer. Why is this not working? Nunya. Hey, what's going on? Nunya?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, there you go. It was my headphones. Well, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, what's going on?
This is not about your question, is porn cheating, but there was something you said earlier. Maybe I just came into your live when you were saying it, and it just kind of caught me off guard. And you had said that porn had led you to infidelity. And I had recently kind of experienced something like that, where in my relationship, where that was kind of thrown at me, that was a reason. And I just want to know, is that really a reason for cheating? Because I don't believe porn is a reason that will cause cheating. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you. I don't think I said it like that, or at least the way you heard it, it was not the intent. In my case,
Probably
my
not.
porn use, yeah, it's okay. My porn use did escalate into physical cheating. I'm not saying that the porn is the reason why, right? But it
Okay.
certainly can be a contributor to physically acting out. It can be an escalation. But I wouldn't say that just because
Okay.
you watch porn, it means you're going to cheat. You could.
Right. I heard that, and it just kind of threw me off. And I was like,
Yeah.
wow, is that like some Andrew Tate vibes? That's what I got. But then
Oh my
after
gosh.
I sat and hear it,
Please don't compare me to Andrew Tate. Oh my gosh.
no, well,
I
that's why I
failed.
stayed. I was like, whoa, what is he saying? And then after a while, I was like, okay, I can follow him, and I was like, he's safe.
No.
But
No.
yeah, and if you would have asked me 2 years ago your question, I would have said no, porn is not cheating. But 2 years later now, I can answer it as yes, I do believe lusting over another woman is cheating.
Yeah. And that's what
So
it is.
people-
It's lust,
yeah.
right? So,
Yeah, people change and opinions change. And again, 2 years ago, I would have been like, no, that's perfectly fine. Like, you're psycho if you think that's cheating. Now, it's a whole different, I guess life experiences have taught me that it is definitely cheating. It's a form of cheating.
mhm. Yeah. So what have you experienced in your relationship?
Infidelity on both ends, my end and his end. So I wouldn't say that mine was due to porn. It was just due to lust and kind of like the girl said earlier. You put two horny people in a room together, you're gonna get an outcome. In an office, you're stuck all day over there. In there, you get to know someone, their life, everything. And that's how it happened on both ends, of my relationship. So it wasn't, yeah. Don't want to go too into it, but
Yeah.
But that's all I wanted to know is that is if you meant when I came to that live, I heard that and I was so thrown off by it because again, that was something that I heard coming from him, and we're currently in the path of trying to make amends and forgive. And earlier you had said that forgiveness is what is it? Forgiveness is a what did you say? I forgot. It's a choice. And for me, I kept feeling exactly. And to me, I keep thinking that forgiveness is a feeling. Like I'm gonna feel like at peace, and I don't feel that peace.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I mean that means there's, probably more digging to do, right?
Correct.
And things will feel different, right? The notion of like, I just want to forgive and forget, or forgive and move past it and not have to think about it anymore. It's like, sorry, it will come up. you get to live with this now.
Yeah, it's just it's on both ends. It's on both ends, so we both have to, I guess, forgive. And I keep thinking, like I said, forgiveness was a feeling that I'm looking for, and yeah, I don't know when I have to make the choice of forgive or move on. I don't know, when that happens.
How long has it been since the betrayal?
2 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's certainly a process. It's certainly a process.
Yeah, we have children involved, and that's what's kind of we're co-parenting right now in the same household, and it's great like this. But I don't trust him, and I believe he doesn't trust me. So it's yeah, I think I know the answer to what I'm dealing with. I think I know what I have to do, what we both have to do for our own happiness, and not, besides the children, which is move on.
Yeah. Well, there'll be some tough decisions there ahead.
Definitely. But thank you for having me on.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing.
Yes, and sorry for comparing you to Andrew Tate. I take that back completely.
I forgive you. All right. Bye-bye. To the person who said I was being rude to the previous person, the sexologist, I think you're right. I'm sorry. I think I was a little rude to that person. So I apologize, sexologist. I'd ask you to forgive me. Anyways, wanted to get that off my chest. Most people need therapy and resources to stop an active addiction. Yes, that's true. In fact, I listened to a great thing by Michelle Mays, the author of The Betrayal Bind, and I say the same thing in different ways. She's like, this is a part-time job. You basically got to look at this as a part-time job to do the work, to heal. You got to, it can be therapy, it can be coaching, it can be counseling, it can be support groups, recovery groups, reading books, watching videos, changing your habits, behaviors. Like, this is an invitation to a whole new way of living your life. If you want to live it in a different way. All right, who's next? Am I letting people up? Yes. Are you letting people up if they don't disagree? You can come out and say whatever you want. Within reason. My BF stops for me when I catch him, then he goes back. Why are you putting up with that? It's DG. What's up, man? Hello. No? Evie, you didn't go back to that one guy, did you? That you left? Maria, what's going on? Hello. No takers.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on? Hi there.
I think that porn is cheating, but that's just my opinion, though.
Okay, tell me more.
I think it's cheating because I think a lot of the time what people don't realize, well, first of all, it's more of an addiction thing. That's part of the problem. It's not the fact that they're watching it. It's more that, like, they're over-consuming it. That's also the problem, too. And a lot of the time when they're doing it, they're not respecting their partner because most of the time, like the people in the comments, their partner will ask them to stop and they just hide it from them most of the time.
Yeah, oftentimes. Are you 18 or over?
Yeah, I'm 21.
Okay, got it. So have you been in multiple relationships where somebody was watching porn?
No. I've only been in one relationship. It's the one I'm in currently.
Okay. And does your partner watch porn?
Not that I would know of. I mean, I've disclosed that I don't like it, and I've never caught him doing it. So.
Have you asked?
And he
him
says
if
he's against it. Yeah, he says that he's against like the porn industry as a whole.
Okay. Well, that's good. But have you like outright asked him if he watches it? Okay. All right. What's your answer?
I think porn is cheating specifically for me, but I think it might differ for other relationships. I think some people are okay with it. They don't care if like their partner does it. So if their partner's okay with it, then maybe it's not. But I feel like if your partner discloses it to you that they don't like it and you're doing it anyway, then that's one thing.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it comes down to the agreement. If you agree that, you know, the expectation in the relationship is we're committed to one another only, we only have eyes for one another, then if you use other people, then that would be going against the agreement.
Right. That's what I think, at least.
Yeah. So if you don't have an agreement where you're only committed to one another with your eyes and your bodies, then that wouldn't be cheating.
Yeah, I think it all has to do with boundaries and circumstances. Because, like, there are even people that watch it together and, like, make it a part of their sexual, like, part of their relationship. So it kind of just depends on the relationship. But a lot of the time, people are against it and, like, they don't want their partner doing it. And then, like, they'll do it anyways. And I think that if that's the case, then that's cheating.
Is that a cat?
Yeah, sorry, my cat keeps meowing in the background.
That's okay. All right, well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for letting me up.
Yeah, all right, bye-bye. All right, user 1492160711908. Oh, shoot, I hit the wrong button. Oh, my gosh, I did it again.
He's prioritizing.
Hey there, what's going on?
Hey, what's up? I personally think that it depends on the partner's boundaries, if it's cheating or not. If the person who made the boundary in the relationship saying, I do not like you watching this, I do not like you lusting over other women, then, and if he does it behind her back, I think that's cheating. But if not, if they both like agree with it, then I don't think it's cheating.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm like really just moment.
You're what?
Oh, nothing. Never mind. Sorry. But yeah, that's what I think.
Hello?
Are you 18 or over?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. So do you like, if you're in a relationship, do you mind if your partner watches porn?
Yes, I do. I do not like it. It's not my personal thing. I've always hated it, and I don't watch it either. So I think it makes me really grossed out with myself. It makes me feel like I'm not enough, especially seeing him lust over other women like that. Like, why don't you just use me? Like, I don't know. I understand that like some people just do it, but like personally me, I just don't like it. And I think it's gross, and I think it's disrespectful because it's my boundary, and I've never liked it.
Yeah, and you make that clear from the beginning when you're in a relationship?
Yeah, I do. I have been cheated on a lot. And then, like, just that, setting that boundary for me was just even a small step because, like I said, like, it's just something that I don't like. Like, I don't like seeing that my man has jacked off to another woman instead of me, and especially me laying next to bed. I was laying next to him. It hurt my feelings because, like, I never said that he couldn't just do it with me. I think it's gross.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, man.
I am over 18.
Sucks.
You can look at my page.
Yeah, I asked her already. What did you do when you found out about that?
I tried setting that boundary. I was like, hey, I don't like this. This is not my thing, and I think it's disgusting. But I'm not going to say you're disgusting for watching. I'm saying I think it's gross personally, especially if my partner watches it.
And then, I mean, what did you do? Like, did you leave? Did you?
I stayed with him, but he kept doing it because he had an addiction, and that's why I also don't like porn. It's gross and it's bad for your mind. It's not good for your brain. It creates unhealthy. Sorry, English isn't my first language. It just isn't healthy for you. It creates unrealistic standards for men, like especially for their wives. Like, my friend, I'm not saying her name, she does OnlyFans, she's really successful. She said 90% of the men who subscribe to her are husbands looking to fetish over them instead of their wives. saying that you don't have what my wife has, so I'm gonna fetish over you. That's just what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know, I don't like it. I think personally, like I said, it's the boundary. It depends on who has that boundary in a relationship. Like I said, if you don't have that boundary, then it's not cheating. But if you do, then it is.
So what would you prefer to be different in your relationship?
Oh, in my relationship, I don't really want to change anything because I got him out of that porn addiction. I did. I helped him. I got him therapy. I told him that because I cared about him a lot. I was with him for 5 years, and he kept cheating on me. He cheated on me like 4 times, but like he hasn't done it in the last year, and I don't know. Like that's like, it's crazy. I know, but no. Yeah, I think changing anything in a relationship is him watching porn. I don't like it. I think it's gross.
Yeah. Well, I mean, heck, you really stuck in there and tried, sought to get him help. That's awesome. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Did he drink the water?
Yeah, he did. He doesn't do anything anymore. He's genuinely a good person.
That's awesome.
But I also I can also think about porn. I think it's not terrible for you to watch occasionally, especially if you're single. Like it's not bad for you. But if you're watching it every night, especially when you have a whole girlfriend next to you, if you have a whole girlfriend and you're doing it every night, every chance that you get, that is unhealthy and that's gross. That's literally what I'm saying. It's gross.
So what would be a reasonable amount of watching porn then in your perspective? How much?
Reasonable amount? I mean, whenever you feel I don't know what words you can say in here without getting banned, so I think a good amount is maybe twice a week even. But nowadays everybody does it like it's cool or whatever, and they do it all the time, and it's super gross and unhealthy for your brain.
Yeah. Well, twice a week that's not nothing. And, that the thing is porn use always escalates into something else. So that's where it can be real dangerous, any amount of porn, because it's designed to suck you in to keep you going.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just said it's gross. I don't like it. I think it's unhealthy for you. Like I said, if you have a wife and you're sitting here looking at another woman, or if you're a boyfriend and you see your girlfriend looking at another man and doing it to herself, that's weird because you're in a whole relationship. Why are you looking at other people and pleasuring yourself? It's gross.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for sharing.
Of course. Yeah. You have a good night. Bye.
All right. You too. Bye-bye. All right, user 149, what's up?
Hey.
So we talked a year ago?
Yeah.
Sweet. And you came back.
I did. Well, I've been back, but
okay.
We had a good conversation, and my husband and I have been married for 30 years. And we were pretty involved in porn and the lifestyle, that kind of stuff. And then, and first of all, we were in our 60s, late 60s. He retired, and that's where things kind of went south. So he's home. He's punching stuff up on the TV and enlarging it on his phone, or however that works. And I'm going to work, coming home, and he's watching porn all day on the TV. Now, when we did it together, that was great. When it came to him doing it alone, that's where you came in. And I was asking you, after this many years, do I just ignore it? Is it cheating? And I actually gave you the gal's name, the porn star's name. You said you didn't know who she was.
Okay.
I think it's Brandy Love.
Oh.
Remember that?
Was she an older woman?
Yeah.
I vaguely remember that now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyhow, so
hold on. Did we have a one-on-one? Like you scheduled a call with me, or did we talk on
No.
TikTok a year ago?
we talked on TikTok.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I just threw her name out there, and you said you didn't know who she was. Anyhow, so
I don't know
you're,
the name, but I do recall the conversation. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. So a year ago, he and I had a major argument about this whole situation. He totally cut it off. So I'm just here to say I'm really proud of him as my husband to cut that off. He recognized it was a problem and that it escalated when he retired. So for 2.5, 3 years, it got worse and worse and worse. And I knew that was happening. You know, it was in the shower. It was in his bathroom. It was in his chair. It was in the kitchen. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
So I think we're on the up and up.
That's great.
And yeah, I want to say you helped me a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
You helped me not to just say, I'm done with this. You know, I'm out.
Yeah, well,
it's
there's more
been-
possible, right? There's the two ends of the spectrum are I continue tolerating this and living the way I am. The other end is I leave and I'm done with this. And there are
Yeah.
millions of possibilities between those two things.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. It takes a lot of faith on the woman's part to believe that they're really not doing that anymore. But the signs are always there if they are.
Yeah, generally they're it's pretty easy to spot that something is going on. Adriana, I see your messages. I'll bring you back on here in just a minute. Yeah. Well, that's great. So now when it comes to watching it together, do you guys still do that?
We haven't because we have, since he's quit, we've rekindled our own relationship. So to do that would be so much effort. Just like an overkill. So we don't feel the need to watch porn.
Yeah. Well, good. And look at, the change that's happened in a year, right?
Yes.
And imagine
yes.
as you guys continue to open up these conversations, and really that's what it's all about, is you're taking a stand for yourself, for him, and for your relationship to try to make some positive change. And when we do that mutually, or in a marriage or in a relationship, it's amazing what can happen when we're on the same team, going in the same direction, rowing in the same direction. So that's awesome.
Yeah. And you're right, because we started watching it together, did it for 20 years, joined clubs, went to different lifestyles, had a lot of good experiences. But once we didn't do it together, that's what I told him. Our thing was we do this together.
Yeah, that became a problem for you when he was doing it.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
I got it.
Anyhow.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing, and thank you for coming back.
You're welcome. All right, and thank you.
Yeah. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, Adriana. What do you want to say?
Sorry, I
That's
just
okay.
feel like I didn't really say a lot, so I feel like I didn't contribute. I was gonna say another thing. Well, first thing is, maybe I'm just an overthinker, but I feel like if a man says he stops watching it, but he had a porn addiction before, I don't necessarily, maybe I'm just an overthinker, but I don't necessarily believe that they stop. I think they just get better at hiding it. And that's the problem that a lot of women end up dealing with, because they think that they stop because their partner says that they stop. But all the while, they just go incognito and know how to close up their tabs and know how to hide it better because they got caught the first time.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion on that.
Yeah, real quick. Haley, go to link in my bio. I have some resources. You can schedule a call with me if you'd like. And I also have groups both for men dealing with porn or sex addiction and for women dealing with betrayal trauma. If you're interested in that, you can get info on that in the link in my bio. Yeah, I think oftentimes that's true, Adriana, particularly younger people who really are just figuring out that this is a problem, or maybe they've thought it's been a problem, but they haven't been called out on it yet. And so all they do is they're like, yeah, I'll stop. And then are they really going to stop? With the previous person, obviously we can't speculate on that. It sounds like they had a pretty open communication. But I like to use the word trust but verify, the phrase trust but verify. So, okay, you're going to stop. All right, great. But especially at your age, right? I'm assuming you're in your 20s-ish. The odds of somebody going back to it when they're heavily addicted or watching it a lot, they were exposed to hardcore pornography at a very young age. The odds of going back to it, if they didn't get some sort of intentional professional help or go through some sort of recovery process, the odds are basically 100% if they don't do that type of work. So I don't think it's unreasonable to say, hey, I hear you, that you're wanting to not do it, but how can I know that you're on this path? So yeah, it's a good point.
Right. And I think another issue that people don't realize either is a lot of the time the issue is because men especially, I mean, it happens with women too, but with men especially, like, they get very desensitized to it because they end up seeing it and getting exposed to it at a very young age. And that's why, because now it's everywhere. It's not even just porn. It's like all over Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, TikTok, like it's everywhere in movies, TV. Yeah. So it's like it causes them to be more desensitized to it, and they might not see it as an issue because it's everywhere and they've been exposed to it their entire lives. And that's why I don't believe it when a man says that he just ups and stops if he's watched porn for like 20 years. Because how do you just up and stop? Like, especially if you don't see a reason to stop, you know?
Yeah, I mean, again, without intentional help, it's probably not going to stick. It's possible to stop, to have freedom from it for a period of time. But again, having long-term freedom from it without help is very difficult, if not near impossible. So.
Yeah, I agree. I think they need like professional help because it's literally an addiction. Like, you can be addicted to it, and I don't think people take the porn addiction seriously. Mm-hmm. Like, they don't see it as a real addiction, but it is, and it like ruins people's lives, like relationships. So
one in a million. The reason to answer your question, 1 in a million. The reason why we talk about it more from a male context is because it's statistically way more prevalent amongst men. But you're absolutely right. Women do watch it, just statistically at about 2/3 less prevalency. So that's why.
Well, also, too, on that, yeah, women might watch porn as well, but I feel like, not speaking for all men, but I feel like men also might be more okay with it than a woman is. I feel like men, like, if they do have a problem with it, they're not going to stand up and say, hey, like, I have an issue with you doing that. Because they're probably watching porn themselves, so they're probably not going to call another woman out. Mm-hmm. But... yeah. But that's just my opinion. Also, another thing, too, I think watching porn can also lead to other things, like looking at other women in public and having a wandering eye, or, like, just wanting to lust over other women in general. So it causes more issues with that, too.
Yep.
But that's just what I wanted to say. I think it can also lead to regular cheating, too, because sometimes if, like, men watch too much of it, they're gonna get bored and they're gonna go like actually want to find it like elsewhere, like in real life, and like want to find like a person to actually hook up with.
Yeah. I
don't know. That's my opinion. I'm just against the porn industry as a whole, not even just for relationships. I think it actually damages your brain, and it does more harm than good. There's just way too many issues.
Yeah.
But that's my opinion on it. But that's all I wanted to say.
All right. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Scarlet, what are you talking about? Shadowbanned? Who's shadowbanned? Unsubscribing? Great. See ya. All right, I'm going to bed. California Mary, bring us home. lot of pressure.
Oh my God, I accidentally hit that, Austin. I wasn't trying to come on. I mean, I'm watching and enjoying, but I'm too exhausted to have a conversation.
All right, great. We'll see you. Bye-bye. All right, I'll bring on one more. Savannah, you've been waiting.
Hello.
Hey, what's going
I'm doing good. How are you?
on? I'm good, thanks. What's up?
So I have a question on your stance with it. I mean, I see like how you're posting it, but I don't really know where your stance is first.
I think that
With
if
the
you're in a
public
committed
discussion.
monogamous relationship with another person and you've said something like I love you and only you, mind, body, and soul, till death do us part. If you deviate from that, whether it's using a person on a screen or otherwise, I think that goes against the agreement or commitment you made and therefore is cheating. What do you think?
Okay, I think that goes with every relationship is different for sure. And I think a lot of relationships do feel that way. I think communication is key in a relationship. And as long as you're open and honest with each other, me personally, we are both open-minded with it, but we also talk about it. And I don't think I've ever experienced anything that I've had to worry some with or anything like that. But that's to say that is not every relationship, though. I do think that can lead to other things. I just think that as an individual person,
Okay. Sorry, are you married and dating? You're engaged. So do you not have an expectation with your partner where he only looks at you? Like you're okay if he masturbates while watching other women have sex? Wait, hold on a second. I screwed up the sound. Hold on. Sorry. 1 second. Can you talk again? I'm dry. Yeah, give me a second. All right. I was gonna go to bed. No. Yeah. Hold on. All right. How about now? Will you talk again?
I am here.
Can you guys hear her now? It's not her. It's me. I promise. It's good now. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. So do you have an expectation with your partner, like that he only has eyes for you, or for example, are you okay that he gets aroused while looking at other women that are naked and maybe having sex with other people, and he masturbates while watching that? You're okay with that?
I think we're human, and honestly, I think that there are a lot of attractive people out there, and I'd be stupid to think I'm the most attractive person.
Hold on. It's a given that you're human. Okay. I'm curious.
But with that being said, no, I do not have insecurities with it, because at the end of the day, he does not know that.
Hold on. I don't care what your stance is. I'm not saying you're secure or insecure. I'm just curious.
Okay.
The agreement you have with him, if he were to do something like go masturbate while watching other people have sex, would that bother you?
No.
Okay.
If it's somebody we don't know personally, obviously I'm not a fan of OF because there's a lot of people who personally do that. But honestly, you can watch on TV and see stupid shit that's half-assed. Like, what the fuck is different besides, obviously?
Okay. So you said you're engaged?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to say vows on your wedding day?
Yep.
What will those vows include?
That's the vows are actually going to be between us two and not anybody in the audience.
Oh, you're not having
We're
a
having
wedding?
private vows.
You're not having a wedding?
We're having a wedding. We're just doing our vows private.
Okay.
You do your vows private before the ceremony. People do that nowadays.
Okay. So you're not going to make a commitment. Typically, at least in the West,
It is a
traditionally-
commitment.
Well, yeah,
I am
so
committed
what's the
fully. I'm
commitment?
committed
What's-
fully. I'm not saying that I'm not committed. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that what I have decided, what we've talked about in our relationship, what we've talked about though. We have talked about this.
Okay.
We are open about this. I'm not saying that other relationships need to follow in my path. I'm not saying that that's right for other relationships. I'm saying that open and honesty in a relationship is key to make it successful.
Yeah,
And
totally.
honestly,
Yeah.
sometimes it's a little bit different than other people like to view. And that's okay.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care what your agreement is with your partner. So you don't have an expectation of monogamy.
No, I mean, we are committed together. Yes.
But you're not. But hold on. You said you're. Is the commitment that you guys are only committed to one another, like sexually?
Yes. Obviously, yes. And I understand what you're talking
Right.
about, but that's
Well,
the difference. Okay, so I understand what you're talking about. And
So-
that's where I was trying to say is like my view is a little bit different on that than yours, and that's okay. Just with that. Like,
I'm
I
just trying to
understand
get
where
clear
you're
on,
coming
on
from.
what your agreement is, because that doesn't sound monogamous. If you're like,
Open
hey,
and
go
honesty
masturbate.
is key.
If you're like, hey, go masturbate while watching other women have sex, and you're gonna masturbate while watching other men or whatever have sex, that doesn't sound monogamous to me.
I mean, if you have a little bit of distance together and you aren't seeing each other for a little bit, sometimes you talk it through and you do what you gotta do. Together.
Okay. All right. So not monogamy. I don't care. I don't care what you do. I just want to get clear. Nope, she's gone. Are you there, Savannah? You're. Sometimes that means somebody took a call. Adriana, you're like, let me in. Okay. Well, thanks for chatting. All right. I got to go to bed. Tonight was weird. Not everyone's a home run. Good morning from London. Good morning. Top of the morning. One question. Hunter, what's your question? I'm a great debater. I don't know about that. I kind of want to talk to Hunter. What's up, man?
Yeah, we're just curious. So, obviously, I know your thoughts on like corn being cheating, but like, what's your thoughts on a girl having an OnlyFans?
Oh gosh. Well, from what perspective? I can take that from a million angles.
Like, you've been dating for a while, and then she just comes open that she has an OnlyFans.
Oh, so your girlfriend has an OF?
Yeah.
Got it. All right. Well, I would ask you, how do you feel about that?
I honestly just don't care, but I was just curious what like your thoughts would be, because I was just curious. I don't know.
Well, my first question would be, do you believe that a woman's body is a marketplace?
I believe it's their temple and they can do whatever they want with it.
I got that. Yeah, we have free will. Do you believe a woman's body is a marketplace?
I believe it shouldn't be, but like I said, it's not me.
Okay, so you believe a woman's body shouldn't be a marketplace. Your girlfriend's body is a marketplace. How do you feel about that?
I think it's a bit messed up, and I've talked to her about it, and she's okay with like she's full on willing to quit.
Okay. Okay. So is she gonna quit?
We were talking about it probably at the end of this month.
Okay. How much does she make?
A good amount. I don't know exact digits.
Like 4 figures a month, 5 figures a month, 6 figures a month?
Like 5.
5 grand, like, or 5 figures, so 10 grand plus a month?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How do you feel about the fact that the whole world sees your girlfriend doing sex things?
That's what I think's weird, because she doesn't really. It's just her being casual and just her. So I don't get why like the whole OF thing is wild, I guess.
Sorry, my audio isn't coming through on Twitch apparently.
I'm not too lazy to go to work.
Do you have a job?
I do. I work on a farm.
Okay. Well, I think the question is, man, looking at the long-term impacts of that, you can never put that genie back in the bottle. Any picture that goes out on the internet is there forever.
I would agree.
Well, that's not a point of agreeing or disagreeing. That's just a matter of fact.
Yeah.
So the question is, it's like, what's best for her? What's best for you? Like, how do you came on here and asked that question for a reason.
I was just trying to see what your like mindset was on it.
Yeah, well, my mindset is, I don't think women's bodies should be marketplaces. So if you're the one offering the body for the marketplace, you're not the one, right? But I would be like, okay, well, what's going on for you to where the best idea you have is to go sell pictures and videos of your body online to make money. Again,
See, I'd agree. I've talked to her about it.
Yeah. So again, I don't judge her. I mean, never judge somebody, because I might do the same thing if I was in that situation as well. But I just have a lot of questions about that. I mean, something happened at some point in her life to where that is the best idea she had to make money.
I think it was laziness.
Yeah, could be. And then for you as well, like, to have a girlfriend whose body's out there for the whole world to see. I mean, what do you do with that?
Yeah, that's where I was too. But like she said, I'm making income, so she doesn't need to have an income no more, so she can just stay at home. And she was full unwilling to delete her OF in front of me.
But it sounds like she doesn't want to.
She's more waiting for the last paycheck because it comes in at the end of the month.
Well, the paycheck will still come even if she decides to stop making content. I imagine. I don't know how it works.
She's planning to full on delete the account.
Okay. Well, then there you go.
Yeah. Also, you have that cat dealer that's been like spamming chat wanting up. I think you should at least let them up before you get off.
The people who spam to come on. You want me to bring cat dealer on? Great. All right, cat dealer.
I'm gonna say goodnight before I go.
All right, later, bro.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi there. First of all, all right, what's up?
Not much. Thank you for letting me up. I feel like I should have an acceptance speech because I didn't really spam, but thank you for the people who spammed with me. Personally, I disagree with a lot of the sentiments recently shared. And I don't know if it's because I'm starting to realize I'm a lot more conservative than I thought I was. But I classify corn as cheating. I don't accept it. I think that it's the lowest form of entertainment personally. I think people are groomed into it, and that's why they accept being in that kind of space, because they don't know that there's a way out of it. I am engaged. He feels the same way. If he didn't, honestly, I wouldn't stay and help him. I would leave him because I'm not like a therapist. So yeah.
Okay. All right. You said you're getting more conservative. What did your views used to be, and what are they now?
I don't think I've gotten more conservative. I think I'm realizing I am more conservative than I thought I was.
Oh, got it.
The more I hear other people talk, like that lady who was like, oh, I'm engaged, but I'm not gonna have like public vows. Like, I'm engaged, and honestly, if somebody asked me that question, I would like sing my vows. In fact, I have like a notes thing and I add to it daily. So I don't know why that whole thing never really sat right with me. And it's like, don't judge, but I'm not gonna hand like an alcoholic person a bottle, right, to harm them. I'm not gonna hand like somebody who's in active addiction a syringe. I'm also not going to accept like behaviors that are dangerous and detrimental. I'm a scientist, but like that's my job, right? Like I'm a biochemist, and so I look at just the sheer amount of research on this specific topic. Look at the data, yeah, and it's absolutely abhorrent, right? Top to bottom, it never leads you to a good conclusion, right? Like that lady who was in her 60s and she got up here, and that was heartbreaking for me to even hear. Gramps was putting it on the television, the plasma television, while he's on his checkered recliner in the middle of the day. I would have lost my mind, because the natural conclusion of you introducing yourself to that is that it's kind of like a gateway. What you see initially is probably just like a man and a woman, and it's normal, but then it slowly progresses to such a violent level that you don't know where it ends, right? Like I've seen people who are dealing with corn addiction. I'm not Christian personally, but I've read some testimonies of people where they like ultimately they're like, yeah, what I was looking at by the end of it was actually kind of scary.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, when you look at the data, what it does to the brain, it's all the evidence supports that it's not good for you. It's not good for the brain. And then you look at what it does to relationships, and it usually has a negative effect on relationships as well.
I can't imagine like even just on like the brain stuff, right? Like it will fry your dopamine receptors. You will not know actual pleasure. It's kind of like when people you've been around who've smoked Mary Jane, even though we don't have conclusive data on that, we do know that it prevents them from having like fulfilling experiences because it kind of numbs them. And so it has a similar effect. So intimacy is lost. I'm sorry. I don't also to the person who commented that they're a sexologist, as somebody who specifically went to school for hard science, that's not a real job. Do not let people convince you that that's a real job.
Let me just again apologize to the sexologist. I feel like I was rude to that person. But
were you?
Sorry, go ahead. Oh,
you're a better person than I am. See, I wouldn't have apologized because I think that those people often encourage behaviors that are horrible. Like I jokingly have my username is like cat dealer and then a picture of my cat, but I'm not gonna like clap for an actual dealer. Like, maybe that sounds bad.
What do you said you're a biochemist. What do you don't have to tell me like where you work, but like what's the nature of what you do?
So I initially was working post-grad at a pharmaceutical lab, just doing research, and then I shifted careers after COVID, so I currently work for an ed tech company.
Okay. So you're not doing the science now.
I got sick of the I am doing data and research still.
Yeah.
However,
but not
I'm not sitting in a lab. No more titrations.
Yeah. Got it. Lexi, you're not shadow banned. Sorry, go ahead.
But I do think that like I appreciate you hosting this live. Obviously, I'm not someone that people who are dealing with it should come to, but I think that you would obviously have insight. And from the fact that that lady came back a year later and you even remembered her says a lot. So if you guys are dealing with it, I guess y'all found the right place to come to.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's. I mean, honestly, when people come back, I've only been doing this almost 2 years actually on TikTok. I remember people, and it's crazy. Like, I actually remember her in that conversation. Now, obviously, that won't happen forever. The more years I get into doing this, but it honestly means so much when people come back after a prolonged period of time, and they're like, "Hey, we talked for 5 minutes one time, 10 minutes one time on TikTok, and it changed my life." I'm like, it's just so rewarding. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I mean, I appreciate you doing this, and honestly, thank you for letting me up. Sorry for spamming.
It's okay. See, no, I have this thing with
thank you.
spammers because usually spammers are the worst. Like, I bring them up and they add no value. But I've been proved wrong a few times recently, so I appreciate it.
Okay, let's go. Okay, that's
Let's
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys so much to everybody that I met in the comments. You guys are really kind, and I followed all of you guys that were hilarious. And thank you, host, for having me.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. See ya. California Mary, who are you? Who are you? What? Never seen that name before. Just kidding. All right, everyone. Thanks for being here. I'm going to bed. By the way, I'm a coach. I do one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching, both for men who are dealing with unwanted sexual behavior, as well as women who are dealing with betrayal trauma, the trauma that ensues after they discover that their partner has been betraying them. If you're interested in that, you want an unpopular opinion tonight. All right. If you're interested in that, you can go to the link in my bio, schedule a call with me. I do a discovery call. It's a 30-minute call for $25, where it's a private call, and we talk about your situation, if I might be able to help or point you in another direction, which I do. I did that twice today, pointed some people in another direction. I'm not a therapist. What I do is similar to therapy, but it's different modalities, okay? If you want to chat about that, again, schedule a discovery call. The women's group I think I'm going to have a waiting list, so I'm not saying that to try to convince you guys, but I've had so many people joining lately that I got to kind of slow it down. And the men's groups are great. All the groups are great, but actually, let me rephrase that. I may add another time for a women's group. I currently only have one group on Tuesday nights, but I probably will be adding another women's group as well. Healing doesn't occur until it's witnessed empathetically. Healing doesn't occur until it's witnessed empathetically. The opposite of addiction is not sobriety, it's connection with other people. And even, again, I watched this thing with Michelle Mays. She had a webinar, the author of The Betrayal Bind, and it was so validating to hear. She's got a lot of letters behind her name. She says, I say a lot of the same things she does, but you got to have some sort of one-on-one work, some sort of group work, and then just a lot of education and support. And basically she's like, and the group work is the most impactful. The groups are just awesome. You are literally becoming an Oprah Winfrey. Book recommendations for men with an addiction. I recommend the book Unwanted by Jay Stringer. I recommend that for both men and women. How Sexual Brokenness Reveals Our Way to Healing. It's a fantastic book on the topic. It does come from a Christian faith-based perspective. I am a Christian. I don't ask anybody to believe what I believe. I only preface that in Unwanted to give you a heads up. If you are adverse to any type of God language or higher power language, the book does have that in it. But I recommend it to everybody. I have people in my groups who are atheist, Mormon, Jewish, agnostic, Christian. I recommend it to all of them, and I've only had one person say they didn't like it. One person. We'll just say that I think that person had a lot of religious trauma. But it's a fantastic book. So yeah, I'd recommend Unwanted by Jay Stringer. It's linked in my bio on the resources page. If you go to my resources page, I have a number of books linked. The two that I would recommend starting with are Unwanted and then The Betrayal Bind. This would be specifically if you've been betrayed. I mean, look, I could any of these quotes here. Just this book is fantastic. I don't even know. I mean, gosh. Betrayal plunges partners into a profoundly disorienting experience riddled with loss. In the middle of this reality fragmentation, one of the most helpful interventions is the validation of our emotions, thinking, and behaviors. Right? So why do most of you guys watch this? Because it's validating your emotions, your thinking, and your behaviors. So, it's a good book. All right. Secret Seeker. You want to come on here? Sorry, I got to go to bed. Do I have resources? Yeah. My resources page on the link in my bio. I'd be happy to. All right, fine. Let's go.
Why'd you change your mind, bro?
What's that?
Why'd you change your mind all of a sudden? You're just like, I gotta go to bed.
I really do need to go to bed, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, anyways, I watched you. I watched you the entire time. I just feel like, this whole shtick you got about betrayal and getting all these housewives to talk to you. I don't know how long you're gonna have a job, but it's kind of weird.
Okay, tell me more.
Because you're so worried about what other people feel in their relationships. When, if they've been betrayed in the first place and it's such a problem, they gotta come to you, they need to leave them or go to a real therapist.
Okay, why don't you tell them that? See how it works.
I have. None of them want to hear what I have to say because it's the truth.
None of them want to hear what you have to say. Interesting. I wonder why that is. Why do you think that is?
Because it involves leaving them. It involves moving on and finding someone who's actually good for them, who wouldn't betray them. But porn isn't on the same level of betrayal as an affair. It's not.
Okay. So let's ask the chat. Chat, do you value the opinion that this person's bringing in?
He gagged dad. What? What are you talking about, Adriana? Wait. No, I want to hear what Adriana has to say because she's trying to get her attention on this. She wants
They don't
up.
value your opinion. There's some feedback for you.
Well, I do have a couple things to say, but actually, I probably should wait for Adriana's stream because you
Go
don't
ahead and say
have
it.
any response. I want you to respond. You don't
What do you-
give
what do you
your
want me to
actual
respond to?
opinion. You just keep asking things like, "How do you feel about that?" All right, why do you feel that way? And it's, what do you feel? Tell me what you feel. You
About
don't play
what?
in the middle.
About what?
If a woman or a man feels so betrayed by someone looking at pictures on the internet, okay, should they stay in the relationship and suffer? Or should they move on and find someone who's good for them?
Wait, can I actually answer that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, if that's your logic, which I totally get that. I'm the same way. Like, when my friends are in relationships that are shitty for them, I always tell them to leave. How fucking ever, it's the same boat if someone's in a physical abusive relationship or just an abusive relationship to begin with.
Exactly.
So, okay. So if you agree with that, sometimes it's not just as easy as 1, 2, 3, okay, I don't want to date you anymore, I'm going to leave. It's not that simple. To
I've
you,
been in-
but listen,
I know, don't give me that talk, girl.
whoa.
Don't talk to me like that, because I've been in an abusive relationship.
No, you're interrupting me.
But you can do this by
told
being
me to respect.
respectful.
Wait, can you mute her mic? You told me to respect you and to not talk over you, and here you are talking over me when I wasn't even done talking. How are you going to go against your own logic? You told me to not interrupt you, so don't interrupt me.
I think you're a bitch, and you need to.
That's
tone it
crazy. You went against what you fucking said. Stand on what you said.
I'm telling you.
Stand
I
on what
agree
you
with
said.
Because
Stand on what you said.
stay on my fucking
Right.
phone. If I'm trying to tell you that I'm a victim of domestic violence as well, I've been choked out on my bathroom floor. I get it. I know how hard it is to leave. It took me 3 fucking times. All right.
So if you know
understand the
that, why are you
isolation.
why are you blaming other women for staying in a relationship if you know
No, I'm not
firsthand that
blaming
it's
them.
hard?
I'm telling you I'm telling a woman to leave that situation because I've been in it. Is that
Okay, but so
wrong?
why? So no, that's not wrong. But why are you confused when it's not as easy for them when you've been in the same situation?
Well, he's not promoting people to leave. He's promoting people to stay and come buy his
he's
books.
not.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. He's been telling people, come on up. I have coaching sessions. I have one class for women. He wants to make another. All right. He's profiting off of this. Instead of this whole debacle and getting 2 women to fight each other for entertainment and views, he has 2 viewers on Twitch. All right. He has how much on here? What, 200-300 on here? He won't even give his opinion. I want his opinion.
He stated his opinion if you were listening. He stated
if you
it.
would
He
have
said,
waited till after the live, I would have loved to hear your opinion.
he said how he felt. Were you not paying attention?
No, he didn't. I want to hear a hard fact of what he thinks, not you.
He
What do you wanna
said
hear?
that
What do you-
already.
what do-
Were
what do
you
you-
not
what do you-
listening?
What do you want my opinion on?
All right. Do you support someone paying you to stay in a relationship where they feel so betrayed and insecure that someone else is looking at pictures on the internet? Or leave?
Secret. Things in life oftentimes aren't as simple as they may seem on the outside. A domestic.
Well, it's so simple for
First of
you.
all, you're.
Because, go ahead. Sorry, my bad. There's lag on the site. Go ahead.
There's a reason why people stay in situations that aren't the best for them. You've experienced it yourself. I don't know the right answer for people. I really don't. People who I coach, men and women, I've coached them through divorce, through staying, through very hard things in life. There's when we think we have the right answer for somebody else, or at least for me, when I think I have the right answer, I'm usually wrong. So I've learned to live in the nuance, to live in the gray, between the black
I feel
and
like
white.
anytime.
It's easy to just live in good, right, bad, wrong, yes, no. But the life happens in the middle. Life happens in the nuance.
So why are you targeting the whole Giga Chad anti-corn scene? Like that doesn't make sense because this was supposed to be originally about corn. Now we're
I'll tell you
changing
why.
it.
Because when I was 5 years old, my mom died in a plane crash, which led
Sorry to hear
a few
that.
years later to me being severely addicted to porn throughout my teenage years, my teens, my late teens, my early 20s. And I got married to a woman, the love of my life, and I started cheating on her shortly after I got married. And when my life fell apart after I had my first kid and my wife was pregnant with our daughter, and I was about to bring a woman into this world, everything fell apart when I had to confront the trauma that I experienced when I was young, and that the addiction that I had wasn't my fault. I didn't ask
Yes,
for
it
that.
was your fault. It was. Yes, you did ask for it. Let me tell you why.
Whoa, wait.
Because
Okay.
no,
wait,
listen.
Secret, do you even know what he's talking about? When he
I'm
said that
talking
he
about
thinks,
him
when
cheating
he
on
said that
his
he
wife.
thinks it's his, wait, listen. When he said that he thinks it's his fault, I'm pretty sure he's talking about his mom's death.
His mom's death. That has nothing to do with what I'm about to say. If you'd shut up.
You said no, but you said yes, it is your fault. Is what you said.
If he was choosing to cheat on his wife and using
But
that
that's
as
not what he was
excuse.
talking about. That's not what he
Everyone
was
has
talking
a,
about.
Listen. Everyone has a
Oh my
sad
God.
story. I can blame my childhood abuse on shit today. I could say, I'm taking heroin because it's a coping mechanism.
See,
It's
I
cope.
was
It's cope.
abused as well, sexually, physically, and I used to blame that on myself, thinking that I had a choice and I could have done something different. I didn't have a choice.
You had a choice. You
Kids.
could have chosen not to bring women in your home when your wife was there.
No, I'm talking about childhood abuse. We don't have a choice. We think we have choice, but
Oh yeah, we don't. That's
We
true. But it's a tragedy and abuse is not the same thing.
Do you want me to answer the question or not?
Go answer the question because you're dancing around it. You're saying, "Oh, because my mom died, then that's why I started cheating on my wife, and then this led to this." And I know it's a world of
Do you
degeneracy.
want
I know
me
you
to
want.
answer the question
Go
or
ahead.
not?
Go ahead.
Then let
Sorry.
me answer the question. If you interrupt one more time, I will kick you and ban you. Do you
All
understand?
right, thank you. I have not seen anyone else banned.
Because they're not acting.
Well, no
as
one
you.
was also as rude as you either. So.
Nobody else is behaving like you are.
All right, go ahead.
So you asked me, why do I do this? Okay, I know how lonely it is to not want to live anymore, to be a cheating, degenerate person whose only purpose is to be selfish and greedy for themselves. It's an awful place to be. I ruined my wife's life. I ruined our marriage. I changed the trajectory of my whole family tree by introducing infidelity into it. And I realized how sick of a place that was. And so now, you don't have to agree with this. I don't care if you like me or not.
No, I agree with you.
My
I agree with you.
My purpose in life is to help other people through it. So whether
That's
it's a
good.
woman who's been betrayed, and how did I get this job? I have no idea. But what happens in these groups with women, and by the way, they're led by myself and other female contributors. My wife is on sometimes. I have other specialists in the space who've
Wait,
been
she
doing this
stayed
for
with you?
50 years. Yeah. What happens
Oh.
in these healing spaces is unbelievable. Beauty can come from the ashes. It did for me in my story. My wife and I love
Honestly,
each other now. And it's
I was
unbelievable
gonna-
what happens when we're willing to forgive and to go again.
Ah,
Okay, so
God
that's why I
damn.
do this. So look,
I feel bad
if
for
you have
her,
a
for
different
real.
opinion, that's fine. I don't care.
Well, can I tell you how I feel about this whole entire thing? I think it's selfish
No,
of you
no, I'm
to
actually-
make this a
I'm
job
actually-
to remind
I'm
her she got
actually-
cheated on.
Okay.
To remind
okay.
her that you didn't love her first.
Hold on.
And I feel like,
You asked me if you can share your opinion, and I said no. I don't value your opinion. So I'm
oh,
saying
okay,
no.
you don't value my opinion. All right.
I don't
Anyways,
value your opinion. So you
I
asked
feel
me
like you
for
need
it,
to value
and I
other
said no.
women's opinions because you are too upset.
Hold on. Secret seeker. You asked, and I declined your invitation for me to hear your opinion. Okay, can you respect that?
Okay, all right. I
Okay.
respect the wife too.
Wait, can I say something real quick?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Also, secret, what you're forgetting to understand, I don't think necessarily that Austin, that's your name, right, Austin? I saw someone else say it in the chat. I think what you're forgetting to understand is I don't think he's using it as an excuse or saying that, like, it justifies his behavior. I think what he's trying to explain is the trauma that he went through and didn't get help for caused those issues later on. Do you, wait, whoa. I'm not done talking. Stop interrupting me. Do you feel as though that abuse in childhood or trauma in childhood that doesn't get fixed, do you feel as though that can cause issues later on, like mental health issues? Yes or no?
I can agree.
Okay. So if that's the case, this is his story. This is what happened in his life. He's explaining that he had several issues and several things that happened in his life that he didn't get to fix. So yes, it did cause issues later on. He's not justifying it at all. He's just explaining to you his story and why he did what he did.
Why put down OnlyFans girls? Why put down the women that you
I
use?
didn't. I've actually been very
what are you
respectful to
talking
them
about?
this whole night. I said multiple times, I don't judge them because I probably would do the same thing if I was in their same situation. I said that like 6 times.
Who's the enemy? Who are we healing from? Who, like, seriously, this is a real question. This is just hypothetical. Ask yourself.
Do you do OF?
I'm not going to talk about my life on here because people are going to fucking dox me after I didn't piss you off. But what I'm going to tell you is that I've been to school for psychology. I don't have to tell you my credentials or anything, but what I can tell you is on a base level of how you're presenting this, and you don't value my opinion, but you value hers. It seems like a echo chamber, okay?
He values my
basis-
opinion because I'm respecting him.
You're
Why would he
respecting
respect?
him. Like,
Why
Secret,
would,
secret,
wait.
secret.
Why would he?
I-
Why would he respect your opinion when you've done nothing but minimize his trauma
Yeah.
and said it's his fault that his mom died? What are you talking
I
about?
didn't say that it was his fault that his mom died. I'm telling
He
him.
said
the
it's
choices
my
he's
fault,
made
and you
as
said
an
yes,
adult-
it is. Did you not?
I said you're twisting my words. That is huge rage bait. What I'm trying to
That's
say
crazy.
is the
That's what you said,
choices he made as an adult is the choices he made, and he's blaming that on a tragedy that happened to him.
Secret.
He didn't cause that to happen.
I didn't.
He's
didn't
not
say that.
blaming.
I
He's not.
didn't say that.
He's not blaming
I
it
said-
on that. He's using
I
it
said
as a justification.
I said
Oh my
the
God,
fact that
making me
I
mad,
was
sorry.
abused when I was a kid was not my fault. That's what I said.
None of that's your fault. But what I'm trying to say is
Then
things
why are
happen
you
to us.
arguing it?
But we have
Why are
to
you arguing it?
choose
Why are
how
you
we
arguing?
handle it.
Stop. Just take one point at a time, and then we can go to the next point.
Yes. First point. Okay. If you really let me speak. Okay. Because if you
I've
cut
been
me off,
letting you speak
it's
for
gonna
way
change
longer
the
than
meaning.
any other person on this planet
All right.
would have. Okay. So go ahead.
Things happen to us against our will. Correct. Things happen to us against our will. How we determine how our life goes after that is our choice. Right?
Correct.
Have you ever heard of the laws of karma? We have to accept everything bad that happens to us.
My whole platform, I actually hinge on a quote by the great Viktor Frankl. If you studied psychology, you should know who he is. Between stimulus and response, there is a space, and in that space, we have our power to choose, and in our choice lies our path to freedom.
Yes,
so
and
I'm
the
a
only
big fan of choice.
The only one time in psychology where they say it is a natural response to things, right, is in dogs, animals, domesticated animals. So for you to say, well, I was just basically a dog, okay, and I went through abuse, so then I turned me into a cheater. It's not enough for me to sit there and say, okay, that's true. No, I don't think that. I think that if things happen to us, we can choose to let it go, find help, whatever, assess our mind, or move on. Or we can become worse than what was presented to us. That is a core fact, right, about trauma. So how you're doing this is you find someone who kind of disagrees with you on that fact alone, and that hurts, and I'm sorry. But if you don't take the bad with the good as an adult, and you want to shut other people out, listen, if you go into a psychologist's office and you try that, they're going to kick you out. Because someone who don't want to be helped, don't want to be helped.
Secret. How long have you been watching me?
On my phone? On TikTok?
How long? Like, how long have you followed me?
Oh, I thought you said how am I? All right. Probably about an hour.
Okay. Have you watched any of my content?
Honestly, I've seen you here and there, but no.
Okay, so you really don't know anything about me.
Do I have to?
Yes.
No, I'm not going to study this guy if he hasn't.
Okay, so
No.
so
Wait,
why do you
Austin, can
care
I say
so
something
much?
real quick?
You're going to anyway.
Because
Sure, go ahead.
you just have this overinflated ego, okay? You act as if you have something of importance to share, and on your side is I went through X, Y, and Z. My bad. My bad.
Wait,
It was
can
an
I say
app
something?
that usually closes out an app I'm using.
Wait, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Wait, can you guys hear me?
All right, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I understand, but also at the same time, like I said before, he's not using his trauma or his abuse as an excuse or justification for what he did. He obviously very regrets what he did. He's just explaining his story, what he went through, and is saying that it is an explanation for what he did. Because like I asked you earlier, you said that trauma and abuse can lead to mental health issues and problems later in your
Cheating
future.
is not a mental health
okay,
issue.
I'm not done talking. You said that. You said that trauma and abuse can cause mental health issues and problems later in life. Did you not say that?
Yes, but cheating is not a mental health issue.
Okay, but abuse and trauma can lead to mental health issues and addiction. And like he said, it caused a corn addiction. And you said yourself that abuse can cause that.
Listen, dude, let me tell you something right now. You can make everything an excuse in life. You can sit there and say, I went through this and that, and that's why I fucking hurt your feelings. I'm sorry, wife. Say that to your wife. Tell her, I'm sorry, we have to do another stream today because I cheated on you 20 years ago. Do it, because that's what you're doing to her every time indirectly. So put this in a perspective of a drug addict, okay? If a drug addict's been clean 3 months, right, and they slipped up one fucking time, they can go to prison, they can go to jail. It's something, in some countries, they can get their hands cut off, okay? But they can use anything as an excuse in their life to say, this is why I choose to do drugs.
It's not an excuse. Secret. Did you or did you not ask for his opinion?
Hold on.
All right, he's gonna go to bed. All right, tell your wife I love her, and you can stop
Secret. I'm
mistreating women on the internet because you haven't completely resolved it yet. It just screams that you haven't. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you for your opinion, Secret. Thank you for sharing your
All
opinion.
right, you're welcome. You're welcome. And don't bring on people that you don't want to hear from.
That's funny. Oh my god.
All right.
Well, good night.
Thank you, Adriana. All right. Who's the person that was like, I should have just gone to bed? All right. I don't even know what to say. Cowboy Bunny Beep, can I ask you a question? Am I ripping people off by offering help? Oh my gosh. Look, here's the bottom line. If I'm not the guy for you, don't work with me. If you want a psychologist, maybe that went to the school that person went to, they'll take your money. They'll take your money. Oh, man. Oh my gosh, he kicked. Now she's claiming I kicked her. I think I very respectfully told you I was going to go to bed and said goodnight. We love Austin. He saved my marriage. I don't even know who that person is. Oh, but thank you, Forky. I didn't save your marriage. You saved your marriage. Maybe you got inspired by something I said, though. Oh, man. I saved your life. Oh, my gosh. You know what? If I save people's marriages and lives and I make $1 doing it, I'm okay with that. Don't worry. I will keep doing what I'm doing. I do got to go to bed. All right, everyone. Thanks for being here. What happened? I don't know. I hope I wake up and realize this was a nightmare. One call at a time. That was pretty crazy. All right. Thanks for being here, everybody. By the way, I'm a coach. I do one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching, both for men struggling with porn or sex addiction and women dealing with betrayal trauma. If you think that I might be able to be a part of your journey healing from betrayal trauma or porn addiction or restoring your relationship or your marriage, give it a shot. If not, Secret Seeker would probably help you. And that's the choice you can recommend. You can choose. So, we all have choice. So Secret Seeker, yeah, she said yes, she can. There you go. So if anybody wants to go work with Secret Seeker, go ahead. Promoting your business. I hope you get a bunch of inquiries for people who want your services after that display. And if not, I'm here, guys. All right, guys. Good night. See y'all. Bye-bye.